with you and of course Big.
Rest in peace.
That you guys had problems and he came to a radio station and they said you were there in 30 seconds with goons with guns and y'all had to squash the beef. Whatever happened in this situation?
I never heard the
I'm
DJ
clear all that up.
Yeah, clear all that up.
So you had a gun and
I didn't say him.
I never heard you were there, 40.
Now explain what happened with you and Biggie.
maybe not got you investigated.
Look, check this out, man. Check this out, man. This is how everything went down with that situation. This is real spiel. Back in the day, I think it was 94, around 94, 95. Big had did an interview in a Canadian magazine. I don't know how it got. Internet wasn't even booming back then. But I don't know how it got in my hands. You feel me? But it was like he was rating everybody on the scale to from 1 to 10.
Right.
And
I read that article.
You read that?
It was you and Spice 1. He gave Spice 1 a 2 and gave you a 0.
A 0, bruh.
Yeah.
Not even on the scale. Not even a 1.
Why 0? I wouldn't do that. If the tables was turned, I wouldn't give him a 0.
Right.
You feel me? Even if I didn't like him, I wouldn't give him a 0.
Like a 3 or something.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, 3. Give me something. A 0, bro.
That's crazy.
And I'm a platinum artist.
Yes.
I'm platinum in a major way. Platinum album.
That's kind of crazy.
You know. So anyway.
And y'all had no problems before that, no issues that to make.
I never even met.
Never met. We met after that, and but what happened was my folks, you know, just like his folks would have been hot about the situation. It just so happened that it was a concert in Sacramento. I'm in my bed. It's like 11 or something at night. For some reason I turned it in a little early. I wasn't in the studio. And I got a call from my folks. Man, I got this nigga 40. I got this Biggie down here. What you want me to do with this? You know, it's hell up all my little youngsters, right? I don't know. I'm like, where y'all at? We're in Sac. And I guess it was a show that somebody that I know booked. I didn't book that show. On everything I love.
The man behind the man.
I'm a man of God, brother. I believe in God. I won't lie, brother. On everything I love, I didn't do that show. I didn't book it, and I didn't send no money to somebody else to book it. You feel me?
But you knew about it.
I didn't know about it until that night on everything I loved. Okay. They did some poor. My folks, whoever did it, you know what I mean? They did some poor promoting because nobody.
There was no internet back then.
There wasn't even really nobody at the show
except for your goon.
Now people there, they say, but not not like a Biggie turnout. It should have been way more. You know what I mean? So anyway, so they called me and he put me on the phone. Say, man, you know, what's happening? You know, what was up with that, you know, situation? Man, they got me real drunk, man, and I just got to saying anything, man, and, you know, and, what else he said? He said, man, Duke, he said, Sprinkle Me, Duke. I rock with Sprinkle Me, Duke. You know what I mean? And I was like, ooh, I didn't trip. I was like, man, I told him, I said, put my folks on the phone. Said, let him do his thing, man. Let him go. Get him back to the hotel.
Let him go.
Yeah, let him go.
So they have him tied up. They was holding him at gun.
Nah. I mean, yeah, they did. They would. If I would have given them the green light, they would have did something. And I wouldn't want nothing to happen to somebody just for saying somebody, you know, on the scale from 1 to 10, it's a 0. It was an insult, but not to, you know, to die or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, and I seen Biggie and Puffy. We talked after that. I seen Biggie and Puffy probably about when was that Tyson fight? Probably a few months later. Took a picture and whatnot. You know what I mean? Chopped it up. That was in Vegas, 95.
So y'all was cool. Y'all saw each other. Just
yeah. I talked to Puffy every once in a while. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing like that. And I never see. This is the thing about. I never spoke on that. They security.
Right.
I guess it was in some type of documentary. He the one who, you know, talked about that. I ain't never brought that up to nobody.
Right.
I ain't wanting to brag about nothing like that and nothing. You know what I mean? I don't brag about none of that.
He really called you Duke? That's a really
He said Duke. Ain't that like a New York
word? That's
word?
a New York word.
You think I made that up? I sprinkle me Duke. I sprinkle me Duke. You feel me?
Wasn't you supposed to be on Life After Death too?
Yeah.
What happened
I for some reason, man, I guess he had to turn it in real quick. You know what I mean? By the time I guess he decided to get me on there. I don't know what it was, but he shouted me out in Life After. That was the last album, right? Yeah, he shouted me out. And the inside back in them days, you put the your shout outs in the inside of the cover. So he did that. Shout out to E-40, a whole bunch of other people, but he did put my name in there. And when we was in Vegas, I took a picture with Biggie and Puffy. It was on some little tycoon, you know. I wanted to show y'all this. I'm gonna send it to you, and you can put it on the net. I ain't never showed nobody this picture. You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you. That's how